Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Verizon. 'Tis the season for gift giving, and many of us are focused on finding great value this holiday season. Here to help us find the perfect items on our wish list, all while keeping budgets intact, is Verizon tech expert Keely Ferguson. Keely, let's talk about what you've brought today to help us keep our budgets on track.
Well, I have to tell you what, at Verizon, Rosie, we pride ourselves on really delighting the customer. And one of the ways that we're doing that this holiday season is giving you the value. So let's start with these three right here. These are all under $100. Now this is the Gizmo Watch 3. Now the Gizmo Watch 3 actually is normally $149.99. But this holiday season, you can get $75 off with a connected device plan. This is the Soundcore Glow Mini Portable Bluetooth speaker. This is $39.99. Now, what I love about this is it lights up, and the lights actually sync to the beat of the music.
That's cool.
Pretty cool. Now, maybe you don't want to take the party everywhere. Maybe you just want the party personal, a personal party to yourself. Well, for that, I love these J-Lab J-Buds Mini True Wireless Earbuds. These are $39.99 as well. And I want to show you these really quickly. Look how tiny those are.
They're teensy.
They're teeny tiny. They are perfect for small ears. And what I love about these as well is that you can connect these to two devices at once. You know how when you have your earbuds in and you're connected to your phone, but you also want to connect to your tablet? This allows you to connect to your phone and tablet or phone and laptop seamlessly. Excellent for that. All of these gifts under $100.
But if we want something super duper special and we're willing to splurge just a little bit, what would you say?
So maybe there's something that you want to give someone that's been extra nice, that is not on the naughty list. Well, that is what these Oakley Meta HSTN glasses are for. These are $479, but I'm gonna slide these on. These are awesome.
They look good on you.
Well, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate you, girl. Well, these are great because they have a camera inside. They have speakers. You can take the music with you. And what is an awesome feature about these have AI built right into them.
And it's gotten even cooler over the years, so there are a lot of fun things you can do with it, right?
Absolutely. And this holiday season, we also want people to make sure they have a holly jolly good time when it comes to their savings. You can head on over to the Verizon store, your local Verizon store, bring your AT&T or T-Mobile bill from the last 45 days, and we'll get you a better deal.
Good to know. All right. Thank you so much for your time, Keely. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you too, Rosie.
Learn more at verizon.com/holiday media hub. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Verizon. Welcome back. Let's face it, we're all going to be eating a lot of homemade casseroles and turkey in the coming week. But if you want to shake things up, Shark's Burger can help. Dino Ballara and Chef Chris Piccinini are here to tell us more about their business. And they've been in business 8 years, so they know what they're up to. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. And Chris, first and foremost, we're going to get into seeing what we've got on the table. Can you tell us what you got going on here?
Yeah, we got some of our house-made sauces, and I'm going to demonstrate one of the easiest sauces we've got. It's the honey mustard sauce. It's only 3 ingredients.
Okay, I didn't know that actually about honey mustard. That tells you how little I cook.
It's simple. It's just 1 cup of mayo.
I didn't know that mayonnaise was in honey mustard, y'all.
It's a special
cup
recipe.
Oh, special recipe.
of your favorite honey.
Favorite honey, okay.
Whichever
Always
you
good to
like.
go local too, right?
Yeah.
It helps with those allergies.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's stubborn.
That's the way it goes, isn't
And
it?
then 1/8 a cup of Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard. Is there a reason you use Dijon and not, kind of a traditional yellow mustard?
It's got that good spicy kick to it. Probably the main reason why.
Sounds good to me.
And then you just whisk it up. Get it all combined.
And I bet he can do this in about 10 seconds flat.
Yeah, he's pretty. He's been doing it for a while.
That's it.
And that's it. Well, and it looks gorgeous. It looks exactly like the kind of color of honey mustard that I'm used to. Yeah, that's lovely. And gosh, you can use that for all sorts of things once you've mixed it all up together. I love honey mustard with French fries, with
Chicken.
Yes, absolutely. Lots of different ways to use it. And you've got lots of different sauces, Chef. So can you talk to us a little bit about these?
Sure. Yeah, these are all our in-house made sauces. Ranch, jalapeno ranch, which we convert the ranch from. Very popular, good with our chicken.
Oh, yeah.
This is our shark sauce, house-made burger sauce that we came up with. Again, goes with everything. People like it with fries and tots a lot.
Okay.
Honey barbecue,
Yum.
very popular.
I was going to say that's right up my alley. I love something that's a little bit salty and sweet.
Exactly.
Yeah, you get it, Dino, don't you? Yeah. Let's talk about what your most popular burgers are, Dino.
So we've some of our signature burgers are like the Great White Bacon Cheddar Burger.
The Great White.
Yes.
Very on brand.
Yes, yes, Great White. That's everyone loves a good bacon cheeseburger, but we use sharp white cheddar, which is different than the regular cheddar. We think it's got a better flavor to it, and that's one of our biggest flavors. Also, the jalapeno ranch chicken sandwich is good. Those are made from fresh chicken tenders. We bread them in-house, fresh, never frozen, just like our burgers. Nothing's ever frozen, and we cook everything to order. So that is taken, breaded, and cooked.
I am
order.
impressed. Well, you guys don't skimp on portion sizes either, which I'm pretty impressed by.
We do not. we're Italian. We like to feed people.
Well, and I'm glad you brought up the fact that you're Italian, because originally you guys were thinking, hey, we want to do a pizza concept, but you've gotten yourself into burgers and it's just gone like, the clappers.
Yes. Well, we did want to do pizza. As we looked around, we were looking for locations. Nothing was conducive for with the gas and the ovens and what we wanted to do authentic. So we found a place that was a pretty good opportunity, and we kind of said, you know what, we can do some really good burgers like my mom used to make here at home, here in this place. So we did a proof of concept actually in a convenience store, and we just kind of grew from there.
Oh man! And Chef Chris, do you want to add anything to that? The way you guys have blossomed over the years?
Yeah, definitely. Mostly probably due to, like he said, our family, the food we made. We wanted to make sure everything was fresh. So all our chicken's breaded to order. The burgers are all cooked to order. The veggies are all cut daily. And so I think that's kind of the secret.
Yeah, super fresh ingredients. Okay. Dino, not only do you have awesome food, but you guys are also really involved in the community. So can you talk to me about what it is you guys do?
Yes. So growing up, Mom and Dad were always community oriented. They always wanted to give back, so they instill in us give back, give back, give back. So we do a lot with the school district. We do we support veterans, all the first responders, and just recently we supported the flood victims. On July 8th, we had some really bad floods, and on July 9th we were on the ground, and we brought them food for about 6 weeks. We fed about 60 to 80 people.
Wow.
Every day. And those were the residents, the first responders, and the volunteers. So that was a give back that we really, really felt good about. So that's what we do. We just give back. Without the community, we're not here.
Yeah, a really good point.
We don't exist.
Yeah, but I think it's really important to point out that you guys are special in the fact that it's not just teachers who you support.
Right.
It's the school staff as well, for example, or it's not just the firefighters, but it's anyone who's involved
Administration,
in
anybody.
admin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We just support everybody that supports us.
Involved in the initiative.
Yes.
And you and I met, Dino, because we were chili cook-off chefs, or chili cook-off judges, not chefs.
No.
That's the reason we couldn't bring you in. You'd be too much of a shark.
Right.
to use a certain term. But we were just talking, and you're just about 5 minutes around the corner from Texas Humane Heroes, so you work with them a lot too.
Yes, we do. We do. We work at a lot of nonprofits. Operation 360, which is a fentanyl awareness nonprofit as well. So yes, we do a lot of nonprofit stuff.
Yeah,
yes,
they're working in the community and they're making fresh food all the time. Okay, events coming up. We've got Selfies with Santa.
Yeah, so that's probably our 5th annual Selfies with Santa. So it's really cool. We bring in Santa Claus. He's really good. And then the families bring in all the kids, and the parents take the picture, so there's no charge. So we pay for the Santa.
I wanted everybody to hear that. No charge. Selfies
No
with
charge.
Santa.
Yeah,
That's a
so
big deal.
It is a big deal. You get free pictures. You take the pictures you like, and you're welcome to come. It's on the 20th from 11:30 to 1, I believe, somewhere in there. But you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, and you'll see all the art events that we have coming up.
Sounds good to me. And Chef Chris, if someone were stopping in for the very first time and they were overwhelmed by their choices for burgers because everything looks so good, what would be your suggestion?
Probably the great white cheddar burger, bacon cheddar burger. It's got everything. It's got good bacon. It's got the white cheddar cheese, which I think kind of sets us apart from some of the other restaurants. And it's my favorite burger.
Okay. All right. I've heard it from both of you.
Texas barbecue, got to try it. Texas barbecue burger. That's a little spicy. Got some jalapenos.
Make a little note. All right.
Grilled chicken. I mean, everything's really good. Everything's fresh.
Can't wait to try.
Everything's made to order, nothing frozen. So yeah, come try us out.
Oh, you guys are awesome. And thank you so much for what you do for the community. We appreciate your time today.
Thank you for having us, Rosie.
Of course, see their full menu and find the location nearest you at sharksburger.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Visit San Antonio. In a state as big as Texas, you'd be hard-pressed not to find something perfect for everyone for the holidays. We're going to head to San Antonio and learn a little bit more about what the Alamo City has to offer. Didi Poteet with Visit San Antonio is here to tell us more, and we're happy to have her. What's going on this season, Didi?
So much. You know, San Antonio is one of those destinations that just turns magical during the holidays. And people love coming. We love our friends from Austin to come down. The walkability, the affordability, the comfort level, so much new to see and do, and we are all out for the holidays.
Exciting, and it's just down the road a stretch, so it's a really accessible way to go have some fun for the holidays. Let's talk about some signature events going on.
Right, just down the road, but so different. You know, we have great events in San Antonio. We throw the party at a drop of a sombrero in San Antonio, honestly. But the holidays are really significant. A couple events I want to highlight are the Ford Holiday River Walk Parade. The day after Thanksgiving, more than 27 floats come down the river all along the hotels, the restaurants, the bridges. We have lots of tickets left. We'd love to invite you guys down to see the music, the characters, the lighting, the illuminated floats, and all the fun of that.
We hear it's all about the lights in San Antonio, so tell us more about that.
We go crazy with the lights in San Antonio. The Riverwalk alone has 100,000 sparkling lights. If you can imagine reflecting off the water, it's almost a 360-degree glow walking down the Riverwalk. Holidays on Houston, 400,000 LED twinkling lights on this historic promenade from the Alamo down to Legacy Park. And the tree is lit at the official Christmas tree at Travis, and of course, Hemisphere Park is going to be beautifully lit for the holidays as well.
Wow, that sounds awesome. Okay, family favorite down in San Antonio. Let's talk about why it's such a great getaway for the young and young at heart.
We are all about the family in San Antonio, especially at the holidays. If you can imagine, SeaWorld has a Christmas celebration, which the theme park goes wild with millions of lights. And starting new this year, I wanted to share is a Christmas parade that'll happen every day with floats, with costume characters, with music. And then around the bend at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, of course, is Holiday in the Park. Great shows, great music, great F&B.
I'm glad you mentioned F&B earlier, food and beverage. We hear come hungry when it comes to San Antonio. Tell me about that.
Come hungry. Well, you know, we are just so proud of all of our Michelin Award winners, our James Beard Award winners. We have the Culinary Institute of America. Our chefs are always pushing the envelope with things that are new. But we also encourage people to go to their neighborhood and find a little gem in the neighborhood or go back to your favorites. It's very comfortable, very walkable, very affordable. We can't wait to share San Antonio holidays with everybody.
Sounds good to me, Didi. Where can we learn more?
Plan your San Antonio holiday getaway at visitsanantonio.com. Best place to start.
Sounds good to me. Happy holidays to you.
Feliz Navidad.
Go to visitsanantonio.com to learn more. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Visit San Antonio. Hey guys, how about a love letter to one of Austin's most famous characteristics? It's music. Joining us now is the founder and editor-in-chief, of the brand new book, Austin's Music Scene, your guide to the city's most iconic artists and venues, Mitch Baranowski, who's doing a really good job of being Vanna White at the same time. Mitch, good morning.
Are there letters to turn? I will turn the letters.
Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit about this book because you said there was a gap to fill and that you were surprised no one had done it yet.
Yeah, you know, I'm a longtime live music fan. When I went to journalism school here at UT many moons ago, I fell in love with the scene. And when we had a chance to partner up with the Health Alliance for this project, the Health Alliance for Austin Musicians, we realized no one has ever done a snapshot of the scene today. We have all this great talent working every night across town, giving us dozens of low or no cost shows. So it's really, really stunning that we don't have a guide to the scene. We have our history books and our memoirs and biographies. So as a group of journalists and fans, we set out to create the guide, and here we are.
Yeah, and I think it's so cool that we're looking at like cutting edge of the moment. This is who is making music right now, because so often we do the documentary. So often we go into historical, you know.
Right. I mean, 224 pages is not enough space for all the talent we have in this town. But what we've tried to do is give you a cross-section, curate a look at some 160 plus artists across 7 genres. So from country and Americana and blues and soul all the way to electronic and experimental and jazz. It's here.
Oh, I love it. Why did it feel so important to you specifically to create this book?
Well, as such a longtime fan, I wanted to do something to give back to the music scene that's given me so much. And I wanted to do something to help Ham during its 20th anniversary. You know, the scene is thriving, but to survive, it really needs our help. And so half of every purchase goes back to further Ham's mission of providing affordable care to working musicians across Central Texas.
And that we've had Ham Day not too long ago. They were on the realm of raising $850 to $1 million as far as money raised, goals created, and that's how they know how many people they're able to serve over the next year. But this is the safety net. This is the thing that, with care ahead of musicians getting into trouble, taking care of themselves, making sure that they're able to continue working. It's huge. Ham is a big deal.
And it's open enrollment right now, so for all those artists, perhaps who haven't gotten their applications in, they should do so.
Hey, that's a good one.
And we have a whole section in the back of the book too, that highlights all of the nonprofits working to promote and sustain the live music scene, so we as readers and fans can amplify their impact.
Yeah, and we were talking about SIMS, mental health, all that stuff. There's some really good organizations involved. I do want to ask you, as we talk about how wonderful Austin is, of course you are a UT grad, so you love this city. But what sets us apart from, I think about like the Nashvilles of the world. What makes us different?
Well, one of the surprising things I learned, we talk about the Austin music scene as if it's some monolithic entity. And when you start digging into the artists and all these genres and the venues, both the iconic venues like Antone's or Broken Spoke, but also the hidden gems, all the festivals, whether it's ACL Fest or the Eastside Kings Festival, you realize it's not just one scene. It's a lot of scenes. It's dozens of scenes. And so my scene is not your scene. It's very personal. Maybe you like African Night Saturdays at the Sahara Lounge, or maybe I like Cumbia Night at Hotel Vegas. That's the beautiful thing about Austin's live music community. It holds space for all of us to find our passion.
I think that's so cool. And speaking of holding space, we've got a really cool map inside this book that we want to make sure that we show off to everybody.
Yes,
Tell me about this.
Our friend Emma Schmidt is a talented illustrator and designer, and she drew these great little illustrations, facades, and signs of key venues across town. So this is just one of the ways that we're helping you plan your live music experience. Whether you are a longtime resident or a first-time visitor, there's something in here for you to discover.
And did you discover anything super interesting or surprising along the way?
Oh, I'm a curious sort, and I've learned so much, and I'm continuing to learn. But I think one of the nicest things we can sometimes honor the past by focusing on the present. And many of the artists in the interviews we conducted shared that they're standing on the shoulders of the artists who came before. So you might hear Sue Foley, the great blues singer-songwriter guitarist, talk about Albert Collins, or an up-and-coming honky-tonker named Ellis Bullard might nod to Willie Nelson, or Chris Kimura at the Parker Jazz Club will certainly mention Tony Campisi, the great tenor saxophonist.
That is so cool. So, what do they say? Someone else walked so that I could run. Kind
Exactly.
of thing. Yeah. Well, that's really neat that you found out so much. And so, who would this book be? A great gift for? Because we're starting to talk about gift giving season.
If you have a music lover in your family, I think this makes a pretty good gift. We talk about it at our team. The creative strategy is sort of a reverse mullet: party in the front, business in the back, and. It really is a hybrid coffee table meets field guide. And
I was saying good coffee table book, something that people can pick up and thumb through and learn a little.
It's priced accordingly. It's very, we try to keep it within reason. We printed it in Missouri in the United States. That was important to us. And you can buy it online at thunderhouse.co or at stores around town. Antone's, Big Henry's, Book People, Waterloo, Whole Earth Provision Company, Austin Rocks, Wild About Music. We're getting the word out.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Thunder House, you made a mention to say, in order to publish through them, you do have to be giving back. So just one more time, we are giving back to HAM today.
Absolutely. This is a mission-driven media company. Every project has a cause attached to it. In this case, it's the Wonderful Health Alliance for Austin Musicians. Half the proceeds are going to further their mission, affordable care for working musicians.
So cool. All right. We really appreciate your time today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right. For more information and to get your copy of the book, visit thunderhouse.co. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of the UL Research Institutes by Tips on TV. Lithium-ion batteries are everywhere these days. They power our phones, laptops, toys, e-bikes, you name it, and a whole lot more. But with holiday gifting and travel in full swing, fire safety experts want to make sure you know how to prevent battery fires. Here to share with us how to stay safe both at home and on the go is Nicole Sanders from UL Research Institutes with details on the national Take Charge of Battery Safety campaign. We're happy to have her expertise this morning. So Nicole, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's talk about what the Take Charge campaign is.
Yes, we developed this campaign, the Take Charge of Battery Safety campaign, to help families understand and prevent lithium-ion battery fires. As you just said, they're powering so much of our everyday life, from your headphones to your cell phone, and even everything in between. But still, 50% of Americans don't know that these devices power their lives every day, and the risks are pretty significant of overheating and fire. So that's why we put this campaign together, to just give people simple, practical tips that they can use to stay safe at home and on the go.
Nicole, before we started talking this morning, I was part of that 50%. So I'm hoping to learn a little bit more as we continue to talk. Why is this such an important message to share during the holidays?
Yes, because everyone has a tech gift on their list, right? And also we're visiting our friends and family even more. On average, we carry about 4 devices with us all the time, whether that's your tablet, again, your smartwatch, any of those types of rechargeable things. And the risk of, damage or improper use is pretty high. So in 2024 alone, we saw at least 2 fire incidences on planes every week. And so with that being said, we want people to be making sure they're not putting their gifts or these devices in your check bag. You're carrying them on, and you're making sure that they're in eyesight and within arm's reach in case it starts to behave improperly. You start to see some smoke or, hearing hissing and popping sounds. And that way we can alert people around us right away so that we can remain safe.
Wow, okay, those statistics are really scary. What should people think about when buying and packing gifts for holiday trips? I know it sounds like you want to keep, your lithium-ion batteries close.
Indeed. And that's why we came up with the Take Charge checklist, a way to kind of organize the tips that make them easy to remember. And that starts at purchase. We want you to take some time and look at the package and make sure it's been certified by a nationally recognized testing lab. And once you've secured that device, continue being safe by handling it with care, using the charger that it came with, not overcharging it, and also not putting it under your pillow at night and things like that, keeping it on a flat surface so that way you can, it's again in arm's reach and in your eyesight in case things happen like, again, hissing, popping, you start to see smoke or swelling. Discontinue the use of that device and stop charging it and move away from it as soon as you can.
Okay, that's really important info to know. How should people dispose of lithium ion batteries when they're at the end of their lives? I'm guessing we can't just throw them in the trash, hey?
No, please don't toss them in the trash because those same risks are maybe even elevated once you toss them into the trash and they get jostled around and maybe compressed in the truck. So visit calltorecycle.org. That's call the number 2, recycle.org. Type in your zip code and it will give you a list of places where you can properly and safely dispose of your batteries and devices.
Okay, really important info today. Where can viewers learn more?
Yes, for these tips and other resources, visit us at batteryfiresafety.org.
Okay, Nicole, thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of the UL Research Institutes by Tips on TV. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of AFLAC by Tips on TV. When a loved one isn't feeling well, finding the right words can be challenging, especially so for kiddos. Joining us today are best-selling author Sherry Fink and astronaut Kelly Girardi. They're live from the Ryan Seacrest Foundation studios at the AFLAC Cancer and Blood Disorder Center in Atlanta to discuss Beyond Words, a new book created to help children better understand empathy and support for others. We're glad they're with us. Y'all, good morning.
Morning.
Sherry, we're going to start with you. What's the motivation for this new book, and how do you see it helping little ones?
Well, Beyond Words is really an extension of AFLEC's heartfelt mission to help kids who are diagnosed with cancer and blood disorders. And this book fills the empathy gap. So not only does it help the child who's going through this challenging time, but it helps those around them, the friends and family who want to support them, but don't always know the right thing to say.
Absolutely. There's not really a training manual in this, so I'm glad that y'all have
True.
stepped in. Can you talk to us a little bit about the story and how it relates to empathy and kindness?
Well, Buddy the bear is very excited that his friend is coming home from the hospital, but he's also nervous because, like most of us, he doesn't know the perfect thing to say, and he really wants her to feel welcome and loved. So he blasts off to space in his imagination, and he visits multiple planets where he meets new friends, and each one shows him another way to express love and friendship beyond words.
I'm seeing the astronaut connection now. Okay. Kelly, as mentioned here, the book takes place in space, which, I think makes sense for the two of you coming together to make this book happen. What role have you played in helping create this book?
Yeah, Aflac invited me to record the audio version of this book and to contribute the forward. So Sherry wrote such a beautiful and heartfelt story, and I think space was really the perfect vehicle and theme for this message about bravely confronting the unknown or the unfamiliar. And as soon as I read the script, I knew that my 8-year-old's daughter at home would love the book and could benefit from its message, as I think could readers of all ages.
I'm glad you mentioned that because that's a question lingering in my head is, we want to start with social emotional learning so early. How early do we begin? Is this book good for all ages? Good to know it is. And can you tell us a little bit more about the
Yes.
commitment to helping kids with cancer and blood disorders from AFLAC?
Absolutely. Most people don't realize that 16,000 children are diagnosed with cancer every year in the United States. And that doesn't include those living with blood disorders like sickle cell. So this is a huge number of people, and these families need real support on every level, medical, emotional, and financial.
That's why this commitment is so incredible from AFLAC. This is part of a very long track record of giving and towards this cause. Over the last 30 years, they've given nearly $200 million to children navigating blood disorders and cancer. And this book is really an extension of that because 100% of the net proceeds go to benefiting this cause. So know that when you buy the book, you're not just getting this beautiful story, you're also able to make a real impact for real kids in a real way.
Makes me proud to be an Aflac customer. Okay, where can we go for more information today?
Go to aflac.com/beyondwords to purchase the book and to find the beautiful audio version that was recorded by Kelly.
Oh, thank you. And the website has a lot of fun other goodies too. There's downloadable coloring pages, and there's even a section where kids can write letters of support and encouragement for families who are navigating this now, which is a really beautiful touch.
That is so cool. Okay, thank you both so much for your time and for giving your hearts to this cause. I think it's wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of Aflac by Tips on TV. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. Treating chronic pain is a specialty at Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. Dr. Lucas Brown is joining us to tell us more. And Dr. Brown, my first question for you is, who comes to see you for chronic pain help?
I think first and foremost, it's the patients that have tried everything and nothing's worked for them. And it might have been they had an accident 30 years ago, a car accident, and maybe at the time they got a little bit of relief and it went away, and then it came back next year, and then they got treatment, it went away, and it came back again the next year. And as they got older, each time it came back, it got a little bit worse and a little bit worse, and it didn't really go away. The treatments they used to do, they used to fix things, no longer fix things. And so then they get to the point where it's just constant and nothing they're doing is working.
Okay, and actually we're going to hear from one of your patients with such a problem. We're going to take a listen to what Sharon had to say. Let's take a look.
Yeah, so I had a car accident about 30 years ago. And I went to a chiropractor off and on the whole time since the accident. And it would give me a little bit of relief, but not anything significant. I didn't have a lot of movement. It was chronically painful. Like, you just get to a point where there is no difference in your life, so you've got to move forward. It is so much better. I have a lot of movement in my neck. I don't feel like I'm chronically in pain. It's a huge improvement. I think that you just need to come in for a consultation and hear what the doctor has to say. He'll come up with a good treatment plan, and then you just go from there.
And Sharon's feeling better now. How does it feel to hear her reaction?
You know, Sharon's a prime example of someone who, had an accident, got some relief, and couldn't fully correct what was going on. And then really just kind of learned to live with it and manage it the rest of their life, and had really given up hope that there was anything to fully fix what had happened. So I guess that's my message, is don't give up hope, right? No matter how long you've had something for, we may be able to help correct it, or no matter how severe it is. And even if other providers don't necessarily have an answer for you.
So talk to us about, doing more than acupuncture here, because of course people can come in and it's part of the name. But you do a multifunctional way of approaching health.
Yeah, don't let our name, Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness, fool you. We do much more than just acupuncture, and I think that's what sets us apart from other providers. Even other acupuncturists that can't help people, we tend to be able to get results where they don't, because we do more than just acupuncture.
And very focused, one-on-one, uniquely customized to every person who comes through the door.
You said it.
All right, Dr. Brown, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Set up a complimentary consultation today by calling 512-623-1996 or by going to rosedaleacuwell.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore. 3 days of deals that build homes is coming up on Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday, and it's where you can shop till you drop at the Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore. Carlos Garcia, Lake Creek store manager, is here to tell us more. So Carlos, let's start with folks who may not be familiar with the Restore. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so the Restore is a thrift store. We sell new stuff, used stuff, and gently used appliances, furniture, building materials. Also, And a whole lot more, but the best is that you can get it at a great price.
Absolutely, and there are some things from really nice places like Crate Barrel 2, that sort of thing, that are just out of the box, fresh,
Yes.
brand new.
Correct, new stuff. It comes daily.
So you have this big event coming up called the 3 Days of Deals That Build Homes. Tell me a little bit about this and what shoppers can look forward to.
Yes, excited to tell you. We have Black Friday on November the 28th, which you'll have 10% off of anything in the store. Then we got the small business free tote bag with any purchase that you do in store.
And then what about for Cyber Monday?
So we got December the 1st, you'll get 10% off. Go to the website and then you get 10% off.
Okay, lots of great deals coming up. For people who want to support the mission in another way, but maybe can't make it in to do any shopping, how can they donate to Restore?
So you can go to any of our 3 locations in Austin, Texas. South Austin, Texas, we got the North store, and then we also got the San Marcos store, and then you can go to the online also.
Yeah, the fact that you guys update items online, I think is really cool. Tell me a little bit about what we can see when we walk through the doors.
So you'll see a lot of great values on a new product. We also get it donated, slightly donated. They look like almost new, but the most exciting is the prices that you get at that location. A lot of decor items that you get on that store.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know you guys are hard at work there. Okay, so where can viewers learn more, or where can they start shopping today?
So you can go to the South Austin store, you can go to the North store, and you can also go to San Marcos store and the online, which is shopaustinrestore.com.
All right, sounds good to me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Shop online anytime at shopaustinrestore.com and support Central Texans on their path to home ownership. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden stuff. Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Verizon, Austin Habitat for Humanity Restore, Visit San Antonio, Rosedale Acupuncture and Wellness, UL Research Institutes by Tips on TV, and AFLAC by Tips on TV.